South Korea has amazed the world with its rapid, modern technological advances, but still work on conserving a large number of traditions and natural beauty. Despite huge interest in the robotic industry in pop culture, the South Koreans' appeal extends far beyond technological advancement with love and appreciation for the natural treasures, including ancient temples, tea plantations, trendy neighborhoods, and more than 3,000 offshore islands to explore. More coming in this video is how South Korea is a thoroughly modern, engaging, and thrilling destination for travelers. However, you can find different routes to the scenic national parks and plenty of tourist attractions to fascinate yourself with history, an amazing culture, delicious food, friendly people, and excellent tourism infrastructure, including a new high-speed rail system. With no exaggerations, traditional folk villages and swanky cities, charming islands, and awe-inspiring natural panorama are the hidden gems for travel hunters, on top of industrialized urban cities, as well as cultural, suburban, and rural areas. South Korea certainly is a destination for both city tourists and wild adventures. Stay till the end for the most unique attractions in the world that can be visited, such as Jeju, a self-governed island with volcanic mountains and lava tubes, making it a volcanic island. Over the past few years, South Korea has been the most visited international travel destination, allowing millions of tourists every year to feel South Korea's cultural traditions and unique customs. Busan, South Korea's second-largest city and the largest port, has a worth of appeals to seduce visitors, from mind-blowing temples and vibrant markets to sensational beaches, resorts, and to die for street food and seafood. Busan boasts Korea's largest seafood market, Chagalchi, and is the origin of some of Korea's famous snacks and cuisines, including fish cakes, or nepomuk, and scallion pancakes, donghae pajeon. Visit Haeundae Beach and stroll on a sandy bay framed by skyscrapers, whereas the downtown Nampodong is an exhilarating maze of markets and high street stores. Haedong Yeonggungsa Temple, located on the northwest corner of Busan, is one of the most scenic locations of any temple in the country, overlooking the sea. Surrounded by the mountains, it serves as the perfect place to meditate while watching the sunrise over the ocean. Seoul. Seoul is one of the most spectacular capital cities on the globe. Ultra-high-rise skyscrapers, neon lights, Buddhist temples, chateaus, pagodas, and much more. Seoul combines ancient history with ultra-modern design and technology. The city offers an array of tourist attractions, including the city's iconic observation tower that sits almost on top of a mountain because the height of the tower gets you around 500 meters above sea level. Seoul is home to history's most iconic palaces, with 5 huge palace complexes located throughout the city and now has renovated to their past glory. Of course, no one can help oneself without indulging in its delicious cuisines, with a mouth-watering range of street food, Korean specialties like barbecue, and fine dining options. Seoraksan National Park. From panoramic views, clear mountain streams, and vibrant flora and fauna to waterfalls and miles of hiking trails that allow you to explore, Seoraksan is one of Korea's most beautiful mountains, surrounding area that is much loved by all across Korea. The Seoraksan Mountains have multiple hiking courses, valleys, and artistic artifacts, obscure in each valley and internationally recognized as a territory for rare plants and animals. UNESCO designated the region in 1982 as a biosphere reserve. There are 2 Buddhist temples inside this region, one famously known as the Temple of 100 Pools due to all the ponds around it being fed by mountain streams. The mountain is also full of hidden panoramic views of Beryongpokpo Falls, Ulsan Peak, Hundobawi Rock, and Gungamdur Cave. With the help of the cable car near Seoraksan Small Park, the elderly can climb the summit and enjoy a picturesque view of the mountain. Gyeongbokgung Palace. Gyeongbokgung Palace, located north of Gwanghwamun Square, is the largest and arguably the most beautiful of Seoul's 5 palaces, thanks to its extensive and legendary history. As the royal residence and the epicenter of state affairs and diplomacy, the palace secured a paramount position in the capital. Like the Forbidden City in Beijing, the royal residence is an intricate collection of buildings, including a throne hall, the king's living quarters, and more, a sort of a city inside a city, accented by gardens and pavilions. The National Museum of Korea and the National Folk Museum are also on the grounds of this palace to be visited by visitors. Built 6 centuries ago by the founder of the Joseon dynasty. Bukchon Hanok Village. In the ultra-high modern city like Seoul, the Bukchon Hanok Village serves as a living museum, allowing visitors to not only experience what it was like to live in a hanok, but also what it was like to live in Korea 600 years ago. Hundreds of the hanoks, traditional Korean houses, have been protected, with many buildings now operating as tea houses and galleries. While experiencing the tiny, narrow streets and also exploring Korean culture, you can stroll through Hanok's museum and be amazed by cultural demonstrations. Bukchon Hanok Village is an Instagram-worthy site to wander around, but unbeknownst to many, this retro tourist attraction and its surrounding area have so much more to offer in terms of activities. Namhan Sansong Fortress. Namhan Sansong Fortress is a panoramic mountain fortress that encircles the hilltops towering the Seoul's outskirts of Bundang. It's tucked away in Gwangju City of Gyeonggi Province. 2,000 years ago, Namhan Sansong Fortress served as one of the 4 largest fortresses that protected the country's capital and contains temples, shrines, and a palace for use by the king, King Inju. Today, it currently stands as a historic monument for tourists in the Namhan Sansong Provincial Park on top of Mount Namhan. Nowadays, this fortress is a major tourist draw with great hiking path, which let you climb to the highest peak, Iljeongsan. However, you can see Incheon's Nakju area, and not only Seoul, but the surrounding Gyeonggi-do area as well. Jinhae. Situated about 20 miles west of Busan, Jinhae is a serene coastal town widely known for cherry blossoms. Each spring, this town inaugurates the largest cherry blossom celebrations in South Korea, with hundreds of thousands of pink trees lining streets, railways, and streams. For 10 days, Jinhae is usually an out-of-bounds tourist destination flooded with 2.6 million tourists, enjoying the fresh and fragrant air, taking photographs as they walk along petal-littered path. The tree-lined city lanes establish breathtaking flower tunnels, and adorable photo ops loom around every crossroad, contributing to Jaewangsan Mountain Park's remarkable spring scenery. Changdeokgung Palace. Changdeokgung Palace is a palace set within a large park in Seoul, South Korea. It is one of the 5 grand palaces ordered by the kings of the Joseon dynasty, and due to its location, it is also referred to as the East Palace. This 600-year-old UNESCO World Heritage Site is South Korea's jewel, famous for its impressive architectural details and its verdant and expansive gardens. Located in the heart of Seoul, Changdeokgung Palace served as a presidential palace for queens and concubines of the Joseon dynasty. Inside the palace, there are several architectures, and each operate a different purpose, as some exist for accommodations and others are libraries, dining rooms, and meeting rooms, among other uses. Jeju Island. Let's talk about a phenomenal destination, which is considered one of the modern wonders of the world. No other than Jeju Island, the only self-governing island in South Korea, is acclaimed as one of the natural heritage centers, with the volcanic mountains and lava tubes beside its incredible scenery and natural riches. Visit Songsan Ilchulbong to take a glimpse at the most famous and iconic attraction. formed around 5,000 years ago and now looks like a distinct bowl shape that rises dramatically up above the sea. Tourists flock to unwind and appreciate its incredible outside, with its attractive countryside and a ragged seaside sprinkled with gorgeous beaches. Jeju Island has an array of sweet scenery and amazing recreational activities for sightseers to enjoy. You will find it hard to get over the charm of this amazing country. South Korea, as its ambience, will compel you to visit.